Well, hello and welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Today we are on the Coral Bay Strip. We're going to drive the wrong way along the Coral Bay Strip and take you up through Peyia and show you some of the landmarks and try and give you a guided tour-ish around Coral Bay and Lower Peyia. So stick with us. The girl in charge of the ship is the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Ochin Grasiviana.
Hello everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again, so stick with us. Here we go. Into gear, checking the mirrors, and we're off. So this is the Coral Bay Strip, starting off with the Blazing Salads over there, the Dolce Vita on the left hand side. Never know my left and right. You've got various diamond shops, Mavrius Leather, more restaurants over there, an ice cream parlour, Dionysus restaurant. You've got a cocktail bar over here called Cleo's. You've got a leather shop, you've got souvenir shops, the Lecanto Taverna, you've got the Andrea Taverna, you've got the Siriana Taverna, and over here you've got our favourite place. There he is, the great man himself, Demetrius, because that's Othello's, the greatest restaurant in the whole of downtown Cato. Coral Bay, that's for sure. Stick with us, here we go. At the end of the Coral Bay Strip, which we're going the wrong way, if you understand me, we're coming up from the beach, so we're going the wrong way. And at the Coral Bay roundabout, if we were to go right, we would go back towards Paphos. If we were to wiggle around it and go straight over, if you understand me, we'd go up into Peyia Village, but we're going to go left. Did you hear that, Grasiviana Booth?
Left.
Left. Normally she doesn't take direction very well. That's her over there.
Ah, we're gonna go up
We
there.
are going to go left.
Yeah, left.
Lefts, yes.
Oh,
See?
left.
Left means left. She thought it meant up there. There you go. Left.
Left.
So, we're going to go left. The sign there says Paphos Zoo, 6 kilometres, so approximately 4 miles in an area called St George is the Paphos Zoo. The reason we've gone left is to show you this huge supermarket, and this supermarket is called the Paphos Supermarket. Now, he's got a home centre up the back over there, everything for your home. He's built a cafe on the front, and that's called Phil's Bar and Grill, and then next door to it you've got the Paphos Supermarket. Anything that you want, from DIY to a pair of panties, boxer shorts, melons, don't know where mine's going, cans of Coke, Pepsi, terrible drink, coffee, anything you could possibly want is there. There is the Coral Star restaurant and apartment complex, and if we keep going, we are gonna, well, try and name some of the bits and bobs. Confusion as to where we are now, straight Grasiviana. This is downtown Lower Peyia, although some people will still say it's Coral Bay, some people will argue this is downtown Lower Peyia. You've got Lower Peyia, Middle Peyia and Upper Peyia, and then a little bit further to the left Coral Bay starts. So over here you've got the karting centre, that's the Coral Bay Karting Centre. Then you've got a karate place, a fruit and veg shop, and a ship-shape shop, which is in charge of your pool cleaning. You see there?
Ship-shape shop.
Ship-shape shop, pool cleaning, yes.
Oh, right.
Ah, right.
I thought ship-shape shop, it was like dancing.
Dancing?
Yeah.
That's on the end.
This is how you said.
Yes,
On the,
right, okay.
in the
Stick
pool.
with us. In the pool, yeah? So a bit later on, if you come back, we're going to go dancing in the blue Mediterranean Sea. Over here you've got the Petrolina benzene station. The price is slowly dropping, by the way. It's now only 180 per litre, which, well, it's quite cheap, to be honest. I think they should put the price up to around about 250, because hopefully that will get a lot of idiots off the road. Now we are Golden Ride Rentals, massive rental company that rents all sorts of quads and scooters, and this road now is a long road. Now that road sign there shows you the speed limit is 65 kilometres an hour. I'm warning you, if you're in your own car, your friend's car or a hire car, you stick to that speed, well, stick to about 70 and you'll be all right, because just down on that bend down there, more often than not, morning and late afternoon, there are the Gumbaros in the blue. They have a funny gun thing in their hand and it reads the speed, and they pull you over and they give you an on-the-spot fine. Simple. No arguments, it's that simple. You see there?
Only once in Cyprus I was stopped for the speed, and I remember about 10 years ago maybe, and the fine was 85 euros. But it was a speed.
Yes. What speed were you doing?
It was instead of 65, it was 85.
So that was quite a severe penalty, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the penalties have actually come down because now it's pretty much 75 euros whatever you do. Well, if you go over 140 on the, well, anywhere, but on the main highway, they are going to take your licence away from you now, which is fair enough, because if you're doing 140, well, you shouldn't be driving at all, to be honest, especially if you're in downtown Yeroskipu or Coral Bay. And yes, they do that speed in downtown Yeroskipu. Anyway, we are rapidly approaching, should we say, the back entrance into Lower Peyia. So they've built multi-million euro villas just up there to the right. They're around about 2 million euros a pop. And then there's a further development coming up on the right, which is not even finished yet. And again, 1.5 million to 4 million euros a pop. So if you're feeling a little bit flush or you found something under your bed, could be a great place for you to retire to. Although they're not really my cup of tea. Not much privacy. Anyway, stick with us. Let's take a right. This is the rear entrance, as I call it, to Lower Peyia. Now, I can't say the name of that restaurant. Pali Monasterio. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pali Monasterio restaurant. And as you can see, it says Peyia. There we go. So we're now entering the official grounds of Peyia, and that's the restaurant there that's open most days of the week, most weekends. It's run in cahoots with the municipality, so it tends to abide by national holidays. Bit strange for a restaurant, but hey, this is Cyprus.
Some more new buildings.
This is
here.
the same development, yeah. And they are 1.5 million to 4 million a pop. Very cheap. Stick with us. Now, you can't buy much in Peyia, to be honest. I mean, you can buy a 1-bedroom apartment maybe for 100-ish. A nice one, I would think, for about 150. 2 bedrooms, 175-ish. You want a nice bungalow, going to cost you about 250. If you want a villa cut up into the mountainside over there, you're probably looking at 450 upwards, and obviously into the millions. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. We're just having a mosey on around in downtown Lower Peyia, and we're going to take you up this other main artery, which is going to take us up into Peyia Village. So stick with us, because if you're coming for your holidays, this might be of use to you to show you your way around. So this is the main road which will link us up to uptown Peyia. Down here on our left, you've got a little church coming up in a second. We're going to keep going straight. Don't worry. Let's tell you left, you don't go left. Let's tell you right, you don't go right. She's Paul Rip following the instruction. There she is. Look at the face. Look at the face. Could be a domestic coming later. Although she's seen a new blouse. If I buy that blouse, everything will be forgotten. What are you looking at? We see the other. But if you were sort of Cypriot driving, she's nosing, because she's not been around this area before. That's what it is. Yeah. She's thinking, is there anything, any shops around, anything like that?
Yes. How did you know?
How did you know? So we're climbing up, as you can see now. So this is a very, very popular area for renting apartments for your summer holidays, or your winter holidays even, and a very, very good place for people that are retired. Masses and masses of expats in this area. British, Germans, French, Spanish even. I've got a Spanish customer, believe it or not. What was wrong with the sun in Spain, I don't know, but for some reason they ended up in Cyprus. South Africans come here, there are Russians here, Ukrainians here, all sorts of nationalities. A very, very good mix. And of course the commonality of language is the #1 language in the world, which is
English.
English, there we go. And luckily she speaks English. She is actually qualified to be an English teacher, by the way, but as I say, the girl that taught her to speak English was not very good.
Sorry?
See, comprehension, not that good.
Are you talking about me now?
I'm talking about you. But luckily, Oching Recibula Booth does speak 7 languages. Yes, you heard me correctly, 7 languages. And I would say, and I'm sure you agree with me, that her English is fluent. But believe it or not, English is her worst.
Yes, it's true. I can prove it.
So her English is absolutely Sherlock Holmes, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Stick with us. We are climbing up now. So you've got the Golden Rose Flower Shop Nursery over there. You've got mad advertising. You want something printed like a t-shirt for Marika and me. That's where you would go. And we're going to come up to the crossroads. If we were to go right, we would go back down past the police station and past a bunch of shops and end up Well, back in Coral Bay, but we're going to go left to see the Booth. Okay, so let's go up the hill. Coming up on our left now is Peggy's Secret Cafe, or Secret Garden Cafe Bar. There it is, and it has a beautiful garden area. Doesn't look that much from the front, but once you get into it, it opens up, and the garden, I mean it, truly, 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 it is absolutely spectacular. Great place to go and have a hot coffee, cold coffee, a drink, or a beer. Take a left there, you go into the municipality car park, and now coming up, you've got restaurants and bars. Vistry, you've got the Paphos, you've got the Peyia Taverna, you've got Cousins Taverna, and you've got the local boys in front of us. Let's keep going round this.
Where?
Well, never mind. As you can see, Receiving above took a right for no reason. Right,
struggles.
take a left.
The car struggles.
Now this is a kiosk here, and next door to that, believe it or not, what we showed you downtown there, which was the Paphos supermarket, they've all started up here, because that's the smaller version of the Paphos supermarket. There it is. So that's Uptown Paphos there on the right. It may look not a lot from the outside, but once you get in, it's like an Aladdin's cave. Follow the road, Receiving Booth. There we are. Now we're back on the road that Receiving Booth decided to come off. Why? I don't know. Go that way. And let this car come first.
Okay. Right. It's all the
See,
hills.
that's the road that we should have come up, and that's the road we're going to go up.
All the hills, four cars.
She's always got an excuse.
You should feel sorry about the cars when you buy.
I should feel with the car with you driving it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Ah.
There's not many cars she hasn't damaged. That's for sure. Stick with us.
Okay.
Let's keep going. When we get to the top of this mountain, you are going to get a view to die for. I promise you that. And we can have a domestic. There we go. Let's keep going. We are now winding up in Upper Peyia, and some of the views from up here are truly spectacular. Have a look at that. But it gets better. We're going to get to the top of Peyia, and then we are going to show you a view that's going to take your breath away. So stick with us. Don't click off and go and watch Bald and Bankrupt yet. Or, I don't know, Housewives of New York. Although that's quite an entertaining show. No, Miami's much better. They've got bigger assets. Stick with us. Here we go. These villas here are for sale, believe it or not. 1.5 million a pop. Great view. And that's a nice stony wall. Stick with us. You're getting the idea. We are curving our way up through this pass. Receiving Booth is going a bit too fast for some reason.
Because I want to get up to
she
the
now
nice
thinks
view.
that she is Marika Schumacher.
I'm a Schumacher. I'm just trying not to kill you.
She's going to kill me a bit later, that's for sure. Stick with us.
Look how nice.
Look how nice. There we are. Let's keep going. Let's not come to a stop and allow the man behind us to ram us up the bottom. There we are. This has been carved out. There's villas beneath us, there's villas above us, and guess what? They're going to build far more as the time goes on, that's for sure. And the view, well, it's spectacular. Let's keep going a bit further, Receiving Booth. Let's get to one of the viewing points. We will dismount and show you a view to die for. And again, you will die if you go that little bit too close to the edge, but hey, you'll have a nice trip down, that's for sure. Stick with us. There's a little viewing point coming up, and this is where we're going to stop. Receiving Booth, pull over the car and allow us to dismount. Stick with us. Here we go. The view is but a second away. Here we go. Oof. Have a look at that. Absolutely spectacular. One of the greatest views in the whole of the Paphos area. It's panoramic. If you go even further up, there's an area called the Panama view, and that view is even greater. It's just that we can't afford the benzene to get up there. Anyway, one of my favourite views, because I understand the channel is about three things: those views, your views, and of course my views. And I must say today, Receivia, you do look absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul.
So hopefully I will live another day. Let's have a big goodbye, Receiving Booth.
have you shown that lovely views?
I have pursued the Alibu.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Many million of times. Thank you very much for watching. I would like to say that if you like what we do, please click and subscribe and come to see another of our nice madnesses. We loving you, of course. And many kisses from me and Mr. Paul.
All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of our madness. We're going to reboot and come back in another life. Have a look at that view one more time. Have a look at that.